everybody. Thank you for joining me once again on our weekly Wednesday Facebook Live tutorial. So, for those of you who are joining me the very first time, say hi. My name is May Yo Silvers. I am the owner of M2 Hospitality and Event Planning Company, and also the founder, event mentor, and coach for Events for Anyone, where we have a mentorship program called the Unstoppable Event Entrepreneur, where we help event planners like you to start and grow your event planning company into a multiple six-figure profit business. So if you're joining me on LinkedIn, say hi. If you're joining me on Instagram, say hi. If you are joining me on Facebook, say hi as well. Hi, Jillian. Hi, Stella. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Siobhan. So there's quite a few of you here on Instagram with me. Let me just fix the phone a little bit so I can see you better. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, all right, perfect. Now I can see all of you. Hey, Tea Time 215, thank you for joining me. Hi. Okay, quite a few of you. All right, so I'm gonna be conscious of your time because I know a lot of you. This is your lunch time, and I'm gonna go straight into the teaching. If you're joining me on Facebook, make sure you click the StreamYard link so I can see your name. So I'm still recovering from a stomach virus, so my energy level is not 100% up, but I will try to deliver everything I want to deliver in this 30 minutes so I can get some rest, and then I have many calls to do after that. Hey, Christine. Hey, Anne. Thank you for joining me. All right. So ask questions in the chat as I move along. You have questions. All right. Hi, Ikera. So today we're going to talk about how do you fall in love in what you're selling. I'm going to do a disclaimer and open honesty. What I'm going to teach you is not a content that I created myself. Is how I interpreted what was taught to me. Okay. So all of you know that, especially those who are close in my ecosystem, and also, hey, Lacey, who's also inside my mentorship program, know that I invest a lot in myself. I have a few coaches that I work with. One of them is a sales coach. So they are all 5-figure investments. So mid to high 5 figures investments. And why do I invest in all these coaches? So that they can teach me and I continue to improve my craft so that I can succeed in life and also in business. And what they teach me, I continue to pass on the knowledge to teach you. So one of the things that my sales coach have taught me, which makes a lot of sense, is the 3 questions you have to ask yourself when you're doing sales, when you're selling your product or your services. And once I heard those 3 questions, I was like, oh my God, I have to share this wisdom with my people. Hey, Stephanie, thank you for joining me on Instagram. So first and foremost, you have to ask yourself, why don't you like sales? All right. And for a lot of you, sales seems to be, because you're creative, right? You're good in creating. You just want to create. You just want to go behind the scene and create, right? So many of event planners, we have this creative mind to create beautiful things. We don't want to be in the limelight. We don't want to be loud. We don't want to be talking, basically. We just want to create, right? So we have this thinking that if people love what we create, they will buy from us. Unfortunately, before they can see what you create, or before they can buy what you create, they have to see what you have created. They have to know what you have created. And before they can see or know what you have created, you have to tell them what you have created, right? What you can do for them to create for them. And all these are part of sales. If you think of sales as just sharing your enthusiasm, sharing your inspiration, after you have got into a conversation with your potential client, they've shared with you what they want for their event, and immediately you start creating in your head, right? Oh my God, there's so many things I can do for this event, right? You start thinking, oh my God, this is your vision. Oh, this is what we can do. This is the color theme. This is the type of decor that I can propose. And these are the experience that I can incorporate into your event. You start creating up here all these ideas. So when you get excited, right? And you start sharing your ideas. All that is part of the sales process. You're not selling. You're just sharing your ideas. You're sharing your enthusiasm. You're sharing your passion. And you're sharing your inspiration. And as the conversation continues, and if your potential client love what they're hearing from you, they will buy from you if they feel that you are aligned with their vision and you're able to help them achieve what they want to achieve in the event. That's sales, okay? It's not about forcing somebody, convincing somebody, telling somebody how good you are because you're a humble person. You don't want to boast. You don't want to talk about you all the time. It's not about asking people to give you their hard-earned money. No. Sales can only happen when one is willing to pay and one is willing to give. Okay? And that can only happen when they both gel together. If you don't feel that you're confident in delivering whatever you're delivering, the sale will never happen. If your potential client doesn't feel like they're confident, doesn't feel like they have the confidence in you to deliver what you say you're going to deliver, they wouldn't pay you the money. Okay, so there's no convincing, there's no hardcore sales happening. There's no trying to get somebody to buy something from you. It's never like that. Okay, so all right. So for those of you who don't want to click on the StreamYard link on Facebook, just type your name. Hey, like La Isla Eva. You didn't want to click on the link so I can see your name. So that you just type your name. That's okay. So if you agree with what I just said about how sales conversation should be, just give me a thumbs up, give me a yes, give me a agree. So the 3 questions that you should be asking yourself, okay, that my coach actually went through with me is, number 1, you have to ask yourself, do you like what you're selling? Do you truly believe in what you sell? Do you truly believe in the transformation that you are going to give to the people who is going to hire you to do what they hire you for? Do you truly enjoy doing whatever or delivering whatever you say you're going to do? So if you are an event planner, for me, I'm a corporate event planner. I have done it all. I have done social events. I've done corporate events. I've done non-profit events. I've done galas. I've done sponsorships. You name it, I've done it all. All right, celebrity events. I eventually, after working in this field for over 20 years, I've decided that I like doing corporate events, and I even niche down even more. What type of corporate events I like to do? I like to do in-person events for coaches where they give transformational experience to their attendees based on their content and the people they bring into the room and the experience they create. So if you were to tell me to sell a wedding, to sell a birthday party, to sell a gender review event, to do a charity event, to do a fundraising event, a non-profit event, I have zero interest. I don't have the interest to do any of those events. So do you think when I go into a sales conversation and somebody is asking me if I want to do this event, can I help them with this event, I have any enthusiasm when I talk about those events? 100% no, not at all. If somebody approached me and said, hey, May, for my event, I like to have a backdrop with those drapings and the balloon garlands. Do you think you'll be able to help me design something like that? I'll be like, no, because that is not my passion. I don't like selling that. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing events like that. So I will have a resistance in talking about that event. I have a resistance in wanting to even talk about that event, let alone sell it. So you have to ask yourself, right? If your zone of genius is not doing balloon garlands, if you don't like balloon garlands, don't sell balloon garlands. If you don't like selling backdrops because you know nothing about it and you don't even like that look, don't sell it. If you don't like doing weddings, don't sell weddings. If you don't like doing corporate events, don't do corporate events. Find out exactly what type of events you like to do, what type of look of the events you like to do. Then go sell that thing, okay? And if you're just starting, you don't know what you like, I would suggest that you do it all. Have your hand in every single thing, and then tell yourself, I really don't like to do weddings. I really don't like to do community events. I really don't like to do retreats. I really don't like to do corporate events. You don't know until you try. Okay. So ask yourself, hey, Renee. So ask yourself, what type of events, what do you like what you're selling? Okay. It can be an event. It could be a rental. It could be, if you don't like to do rentals, okay, if you are one of those event decorators, or you don't know what you call yourself, you plan, you decorate, you design, okay, and you want to do all kinds of services, and catering, you want to do catering, you want to own a venue, you want to do all that, right? You have to ask yourself, if you can only pick one or two things that you're selling, what are those one or two things that you feel comfortable and confident in effectively communicating what you can do for them? Okay, because if you are not confident in what you're selling and you have no passion in what you're selling, in that conversation your potential client can feel it. All right, they can feel that when somebody asks me about, hey, what do you think about having a balloon garland at my event, I'll be like, oh my god, you're asking the wrong person. Or they ask me, what do you think if I have those drape backdrop that I see everywhere and those throne chairs? I'll be like, oh my god, Lord, no, please, no, because it's not my style. It's not my style. So when I'm qualifying the client, I already know that, oh no, this is not my client. I'm going to pass you on to one of my clients inside the program who love doing that kind of look. So I won't even go into a conversation, because I know that however I'm going to present myself is not going to be good. It's not going to inspire them, because that's not my thing. All right. So you have to ask yourself, okay, do you like what you're selling? Are you confident in what you're selling? Are you confident in your services? Are you confident in being able to give them the transformation? Are you able to help them solve their challenges in whatever you're selling? Services, rental products, whatever. Okay. Are you confident in the prop that you're renting out? Do you like the prop you're renting out? Those, like I saw a backdrop that's really beautiful. It's custom made, and that backdrop I will sell day in, day out. Okay, even though it's not part of my services, as in renting props, I will sell that thing, because it adds the experience to the event. All right, my tummy is hurting really bad right now, but I'm so excited about this topic. I'm going to just plow through it. Okay, so I will sell that prop, and I will make sure that I sell it so often that the vendor give me a good discount when I sell it, and I make a good profit margin. Okay, so I can. If somebody is commenting, but I can't see your name unless you type your name or you click on the StreamYard link. All right. So you say, I'm not sure if you can see me commenting, me. I don't know your name. I see you commenting that comment, but I don't know your name. So you have to be enthusiastic about what you're selling, regardless whether it's a product or a service. Okay, you have to be confident in the experience you're going to deliver, in terms of a product or a service. You have to be confident in the transformation you're going to give to your potential client. All right, so you ask yourself, do you like what you're selling? And the second question, hey Mona, yes, I can see your name now. You type your name. So the second question you're going to ask yourself is, do you like who you're selling to? Okay, who you're selling to, the people you're selling to. So there are situations, right, that you get put in a room okay? You get put in a room, you are in a networking event. You get put in a room, or virtual networking or in-person networking. You get put in a room and you get this vibe, like, these are not my people, okay? These are not my people. And immediately you know that you are not enthusiastic about selling your services, because these people either don't understand your vision, they don't understand what you can do for them. So you are, like, when a lead comes in, okay, after a few questions, qualifying questions, under your breath, you are already thinking, or in your head, you're already thinking, oh my God, another champagne taste beer budget client. All right. Another champagne taste beer budget lead. Immediately you have this perception based on the initial conversation you have with this person. So you go into the conversation not wanting to continue the conversation because it's going to be a waste of your time, because they will never buy. Okay. So if you're talking to a wrong group of people, okay, or you have this feeling you're talking to a wrong group of people, then you will not be enthusiastic to want to talk to these people, right? So every time you get on a phone call with somebody, okay, and I will give you a perfect example, all right? A perfect example. In order to get on a call with me, all right, for the mentorship program, to get some help, to get some insight, I ask a few qualification questions just to see whether you are a good fit into our mentorship program. Based on your answers, okay, based on the answers that you respond, I would already know pretty good idea whether you're a good fit or not. If I don't think that you're a good fit, but you still want to get on a call with me, I am not going to say no to you. But do I have the same level of enthusiasm to want to talk to you versus somebody that I know is going to be a good fit? Absolutely not. Same thing for my event planning clients. Okay. I also send up a questionnaire. That's why I said to all of you, it is so important. Okay. So, hey, Mona, I see you on Instagram now. Yes. So I see you on Facebook when you type your name. Otherwise, I don't know it's you. So when you see, when I send out a qualification, a questionnaire, right, for my event planning business, M2 Hospitality, based on the response, okay, like you all of you do the same thing too, right? You ask qualifying questions, and then they tell you what is their event budget, right? One of the things that you probably ask is, do you have a budget for your event? And then they wrote to you their budget, but like, I don't think so. So when you already have this idea that based on the event budget, they are just not your peeps, okay? They are just not your people. Would you have enthusiasm going into the sales conversation? Absolutely not, because you already qualify them on paper, okay? But I do want to caution you. Sometimes, right? Sometimes what people write on paper is not 100% true. So give it a chance, okay? Give it a chance, get on the conversation, and then further qualify through organic conversation. But if you already know, if let's say I go into a room and this networking, so like I would not go into a room when I know it's all engaged couples. I wouldn't go into a room or a trade show where I know that their target audience is not my target audience, because there's nobody I want to sell to over there that is not my target audience. So you have to ask yourself, do you like who you're selling your events to, your services to? Okay. Are you talking to the right people? Are you talking to your target audience? If you are not talking to your target audience, why not? Is it because of your messaging? And this is something we'll be teaching, okay, inside our 5-day Passion to Profit workshop, which I will talk a little bit about it. Okay. So the second question that you ask yourself is, do you like who you're selling to? Okay. So for me, I only want to talk to professionals. Okay. Like my target audience are coaches. Okay. Are coaches who are already in their mid 600s, in the mid six figures. That means their business is $500,000, $1 million onwards, 6 to 7, 8 figure coaches, entrepreneurs. Okay. So if you're just starting at your business, you are not my target audience. So when I go into a conversation with you, I will just be more of a listening and maybe give you some clarity, but I will not be super hyped to I don't even know if I can help you, okay, at where you are. But I know I can help you if your business is at this level. So same thing for all of you. If you ask qualifying questions and they tell you the budget is this, or they give you some clue that they may not be your target audience, then if somebody come to me and said, hey, do you want to plan a wedding for me? I'll be like, no. So you're not the person that I want to sell to. So same thing, no enthusiasm, right? Okay, so the second question you want to ask is, do you like who you're selling to? Okay. And then the third question you're going to ask yourself is, do you so the first, sorry, the pain is hitting me, so I'm losing my train of thoughts. First question is, do you like what you sell? Second question is, do you like who you sell to? The third question is, do you like how you sell? The method that you're selling. Okay. In what form do you sell best? Do you sell best on the phone that you don't see the person? Do you sell best on Zoom when you get to see that person? Do you sell best when you are in person? Do you sell best when you are in a one-on-one conversation? Do you sell best when you're in a group setting? Okay. If like my coach, for instance, he sells best when he's on a phone call. He doesn't want to see someone. And when he's standing up. When I was doing cold sales, okay, cold call sales, selling 25,000 hospitality packages, I sell best when I stand up. When I stand up, when I pitch, because it gives me a completely different energy. Okay. And some people, they sell best when they are a little bit more relaxed. Some people, they sell best when they're in person. So instead of talking about the sales on the phone call, they say, hey, you know what? Why don't we just come out and have a coffee? Let's chat a little bit more. They sell best when they're able to use that opportunity to create that bond. Okay. Some people, they sell best on the phone call, sitting down without looking, okay, not on a Zoom session, because they don't want to form a perception of their potential client. I give you one perfect example. All right. I know a lot of people, sometimes me included, when, and sometimes so do you. So when you get on a Zoom, all right. So on a Zoom, and then you start looking at their background, right? Their house, their background, and you start looking at how they dress. You look at how they are, their presentation. You form a perception if this person can pay you for your fees. Yes or no? We all are guilty of that. Okay, we make a perception. Can they afford to pay us? So that's why I have to train myself to not look when I get on a Zoom call, not look at that person's background and not look at the person's face or what they wear. I pay attention to what they say, what they mean, their expression. Okay, thank you, Jackie. Thank you. So I have to tell myself, okay, that I sell best when I'm able to see that person, because I enjoy reading your energy. On the phone, I can sometimes, it's a little hard to pick up the vibe for me. I enjoy watching, okay? And I bet you if it depends on the type of sales as well. When I was doing the call sales with CEO, I don't want them to see me. I don't want to see them either, because I will feel a little intimidated. But for my coaching clients, I love to be able to see them, because we are going to be working for 12 months together. And I want to be able to feel you. I need you to be able to feel me. Same thing for my events client, before Zoom, we talk on the phone. And I normally will speak for extended period of time to ask questions so that I can feel their vibe. Okay. I can sell in all kinds of environment. But if you are not good in selling on social media, okay, coming on video, then don't do it. Even though everybody tells you that video is king, even though everybody tells you that video is what sells, listen, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Okay, you can do the bare minimum and do your 30 seconds reel. You can record a video, that's okay. But your zone, your brilliance shines when you get to meet that person in person. So if you get a lead and they're local, okay, if they're local, ask, hey, do you want to, ask, have a few conversation first, right? Build the rapport and say, hey, you want to continue the conversation in person. You do that with your venue owner, you do that with your vendors, you do that with your potential client, you do that with your client. I have clients who only want to see me all the time on Zoom or in person. Okay? I have clients who want to talk to me all the time. I have clients who do not want to talk to me at all. They want to communicate everything by email, and the sales is done by email. And we're talking about signing $100,000 contract without even talking to me. So there are clients like that. So you have to ask yourself, how best do you sell? Okay, what is most aligned with you, and respect that. But I'm not saying not to hone your skills in other methods of selling, but know where is your number one ammo. If your number one ammo is selling on video, go sell on video. If your number one ammo is selling in person, go sell in person. Have a lot of ticketed live events. Do a lot of workshops. Okay, get your people to come and listen to you, and then they buy from you. If your ammo is talking on the phone, pick up the damn phone and start calling people. Okay, if your ammo is to just send emails and continue to nurture them on emails, then start having an email campaign. So basically, these are the three questions that you should ask yourself. Do you like what you sell? Are you confident in what you sell? Do you think you will get into a inspired conversation with enthusiasm and passion, and you're able to get people excited about sharing your vision and about them working with you? Okay, so you must have that passion and the enthusiasm and the confidence in whatever you sell, regardless whether it's a product or a service, that whatever you're delivering is going to bring a smile to somebody, is going to relieve stress for somebody, is going to create an impact for somebody. So ask yourself, do you like what you sell? Number two, do you like who you're selling to? So you got to make sure you're attracting your ideal client. Your qualification questions are so important. Your marketing messaging is so important. All right, so that you can avoid selling to the wrong people. Imagine I am selling to a bride. If I'm talking to somebody who wants me to plan their wedding, I'm completely in the wrong room. I'm in the wrong room. Okay, so you want to find yourself in the right room where you're selling to the people who actually want and buy your services. And the third question you're going to ask yourself is, do you like the way you are selling, the method you're selling? Okay, if you are an in-person person, then sell in person. If you are an online person, sell online. If you're a phone call person, sell on the phone call. If you don't like people to see you, don't just hide your video when you're on Zoom. Okay, so these are all questions that are so simple, but it requires thoughts. It requires you to think through. Okay, requires you to think through what makes sense for you. What makes sense for you. And then sales becomes very, very easy. It's never about convincing. It's never about the money. It's always about what transformation can you do or give to someone to make the event more spectacular, and yet you are happy doing it at the same time. And if they feel confident that you are the person who can do it for them, they will pay for your services. And if you feel confident that you can do it for them, and that confidence is translated into inspired conversation, they will pay you for the services. So sales is a very, very easy thing to do if you stop telling yourself that sales is a very difficult thing to do. Okay, so before I sign off, just a quick reminder, we are less than 5 days away from our Passion to Profit workshop that starts on Monday, May 9th to May 13th. So this will round up our first half of the year workshop. The next workshop, I don't know when it's going to be, but this will round up the end of the half year point, okay? So we'll be talking about how to set up your business legally, all the legal paperwork, how to build a team, how to build a process and a system for your business. That's for day one. Day two, we're talking about marketing. Okay, everything about marketing. How should you be marketing yourself to attract your ideal client? All right, which leads to day three. How do you convert those clients into paying clients? And how do you charge a premium fee? If you don't get step 2 right, you're not going to get step 3 correct. So this will build on. Day 4, we're going to talk about how I built both my businesses into multiple 6-figure profit business and the mindset to run a business. Okay, what it means to actually run a business. How do you build sustainability in your business? And day 5, we can talk about pricing, right? Oh my God, I just saw a workshop yesterday. Somebody was teaching about pricing and I cringed. I heard somebody was talking about, oh, if the job takes you 5 hours to do and somebody takes 10 hours to do, you should charge for 10 hours. I was like, no. This is the reason why I do what I do, because there's so much information out there that confuses people. Okay, I'm not saying that my information is the right form of information, but it has get me to where I am. So if you want to listen to somebody, better vet the information first. I always say, don't waste your time coming on this Wednesday to listen to me or join my workshop, my 5-day free workshop, when you don't even know who I am and what I do and how I help, the transformation that I give to the people inside my mentorship program and how I run my business. So please vet the information, okay, to make sure that it aligns with you and that's how you want to carry out your business as well. So day 5, we're going to talk about pricing. The most simple way to price, regardless whether you're selling a product or a service, regardless what business you are in, photographer, cake baker, event planner, event designer, decorator, rental, whatever it is, okay? So you have to, so come Friday for the pricing class, and I'm going to teach you as well how to reach your income goal. Practical information, no fluff, all right? You all know me well enough that I don't give you BS. I don't BS, period. So sign up for the workshop, comment, register, and make sure you DM your concierge. If you don't know who your concierge is, please comment who's my concierge. We will get you all set up. We are setting up the workbook and the Zoom link this Saturday. And we are close to, I would say, probably 1,200 people register for the workshop. So it's going to be a big party, all right? But you're not a number in our program. We all know you by your name. We all know what your challenge is, all right? So if you want to sign up for your workshop, for the workshop, make sure you comment inside the Facebook group, register, and DM your concierge, okay? And for Instagram, just send me a DM. For LinkedIn and for YouTube, you know how to get a hold of me. Send me a DM on LinkedIn or send me an email, may@events, events, number 4, anyone.com. And I will get you all set up and send you the Zoom link. Okay? All right. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. So I will see all of you next Wednesday and those, not next Wednesday, next Monday for the workshop. For those of you who register for the workshop, we do have an orientation this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone with the same Zoom link for the workshop. Orientation is only 15 minutes, give you an overview what to expect for the workshop so that you don't spend your 5 days with me not learning anything. We're going to give you some information and pre-work so that you can get the most out of the 5-day workshop with me. And each day is about 1 hour and 30 minutes, depending on how many questions come through. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. For my paid members, I will see you at 5:30 tonight on Zoom. We are going to talk about the part 3 of the how to plan a ticketed event series. Today, we're going to talk about how to negotiate with the venue in accordance to your ticket sales. Okay, so see my paid members at 5:30 tonight, and see all of you next Wednesday for the workshop at 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone starting Monday. 5-day Passion to Profit workshop. Bye, everybody.